Next up, I'd like to introduce Alan Ramsey, CIO of Willmott Dixon, who has seen firsthand the measurable benefits of what emerging technology has to offer. Willmott Dixon is one of the UK's leading privately owned contracting and interior fit-out companies. Also joining us is BT Account Director James Reeves, who can tell us more about the partnership between BT and Willmott Dixon. And quickly before we begin, it'd be great to understand how you see emerging technology helping you to overcome your business challenges. So we've got a poll going live right now. Let us know your thoughts. In the meantime, Alan, there you are. Hello, Alan. Thank you very much indeed for joining us today. Just fill us in a little bit. Tell us what it was that sparked your digital transformation journey and about some of the challenges that you've faced at Willmott Dixon.
Yeah, morning, David, of course. So in the construction industry, we've some pretty unique challenges when it comes to digital transformation. So the majority of our people are out in construction sites, which can make it really tricky to get technology to them. As you can imagine, they might be working in a shell of a building or even no building there at all. So in these situations, sites often have no pre-existing network lines or even mobile coverage. You can probably also imagine that we've got people working up scaffolding or deep in foundations of buildings, and they all need to be connected to use technology and collaborate. So it's really a complex environment. In the past, it's not been that uncommon for some sites to try and operate with broadband or even 4G connectivity. But in reality, that's no better than most people's home internet. So this can mean people need to travel to offices to download their building models or to do pretty much anything else that needs a decent connection. And that all results in a lot of inefficiency. So in what's become a highly digital industry, our people are working day to day with enormous files like building designs, 3D laser scans of entire sites, and with more and more systems in the cloud. And that's not even mentioning virtual and augmented reality systems. So our mission was to make the digital experience on a construction site just as good as it is in an office, with excellent connectivity that drives efficiencies for our teams every day. So thinking of the future of the industry as a whole, a really big aspect for us is attracting the next generation into construction. And for that, we have to transform the way we work and to make it more attractive to different types and generations of people. To that goal, we've been introducing more agile working, modernising processes and dispelling the myths of the traditional construction site. This last year really has underlined just how important all that stuff is.
Of course, big files, challenges around connectivity and moving those files around, getting the right stuff in the right hands, but with a view to the future as well. One of the key themes that we're exploring here today on The Future is partnerships and collaboration. And Alan, I know that this is a journey that you've not been going on alone. So tell us more about your collaboration with BT.
Yeah, indeed. We've had a great partnership with BT. James, our account manager, he's been ever present when our teams need support, and he's always proactively looking for new solutions for us. So the team at BT really has been excellent at getting to grips with the business challenges. They've worked in partnership with the business to put some fantastic solutions in place. So some examples of this include the rollout of our Microsoft Teams Room solution. So we've got that across 40 of our sites, or upgrading our site connectivity to MPLS technology, and introducing completely site-wide Wi-Fi coverage. So James has also been really great at telling us what new technologies out there, collaborating with us on ideas and helping us reach some really innovative solutions. So the partnership with BT has paid off in a measurable way. So when we asked our business recently about their views on our network and collaboration technology, the scores have shot up from 70% to 96% satisfaction, which is really amazing.
Wow, big numbers there. James, I'm going to come to you now because Alan's just spent 2 or 3 minutes bigging you up here. Tell us about how that partnership has worked from your side.
Yeah, thanks, David, and thank you, Alan, for the kind words. When Alan arrived at Willmott Dixon, we were in the middle of regrading their network to MPLS across their sites, which was 17 at the time. In our very first meeting, Alan wanted to know the art of the possible for collaboration across the core infrastructure and also putting MPLS connectivity straight into construction sites. Within about 2 months of our first meeting, Alan had a very clear roadmap on how Willmott Dixon would be overlaying meeting rooms, video, and subsequently site Wi-Fi across the entire network. This would give all Willmott Dixon staff and partners the flexibility to work from anywhere, whether that be at HQ, a smaller office, from home, or even on a construction site itself, and keep the user experience always the same, high quality and uninterrupted. This also had a massive financial benefit to Willmott Dixon on their T&S, reducing spend by a projected 35%. Jobs could be completed, as Alan referenced, in real time instead of the end user travelling home or to another office for better connectivity, just to download a BIM file, for example. As a result, Willmott Dixon today have grown that network from 17 sites to 62 sites. I think it's also key to mention BT are also an integral part of the Willmott Dixon Group Technology Forum. The GTF includes people from all parts of their business and not just IT. BT hosted the Group Technology Forum at Adastral Park, where creative thinking and problem sharing were the driving topics. I think being part of those sessions was crucial for BT because it enabled us to get closer to the key stakeholders within the Willmott Dixon business and actually put technology at the forefront of what drives Willmott Dixon forward as a better business and kind of differentiates them in the marketplace.
Speaking of driving technology forward, Alan, a moment ago you mentioned about some of the emerging technologies that you're also looking at using, virtual reality, augmented reality, and so on. So just tell us about how some of this newer technology, how you're putting that to use in your operation.
Yeah, sure. So construction is a really exciting place to be right now. Transforming our connectivity in all the diverse business settings has opened up loads of opportunities to innovate and ultimately better serve our customers. So we're using technology like Microsoft HoloLens, and we're using that to visually overlay 3D models of what a finished building would look like out on the actual building site. We're using virtual reality to enable our customers to fully appreciate how a building and its spaces will truly feel once it's complete. Also, all this technology helps make sure the actual building matches our designs throughout the whole build process, with any defects or deviations being caught before they're even built. So there are loads of benefits and efficiencies to be had through this stuff. Another great example of technology transforming our day-to-day working is site-wide Wi-Fi. So this allows our people to use technology from anywhere on the site, which means the hours of wasted time travelling to and from offices or the site cabins is being massively reduced. So in terms of collaboration, again, it's been transformational, especially when you think of the COVID restrictions we've all had to deal with. Being able to collaborate virtually has been fundamental to keeping our business operating and a real success story in a very challenging time. So in real terms, our ability to work in a flexible way has saved the business £4 million last year through travel expenses alone. And we calculated that it also saved 26,000 days of travel time that we've completely removed. So that's really more than we could have imagined.
Yeah, those numbers pretty much speak for themselves, don't they? James, just tell us a little bit about the future. What is next for BT and Willmott Dixon in terms of the projects, in terms of the collaboration?
Yeah, well, actually, it's a really key time. So right here, right now, it is a very key time for BT and Willmott Dixon as we enter the next phase of our journey together. Cloud adoption, like in most other organisations, is accelerating fast within their business, and we're working alongside Willmott Dixon to help them transition to future networking and future voice. I guess removing the need for fixed connectivity and by using next generation firewalls we're looking to migrate them to an even more agile and flexible networking environment, which is actually almost seamless to deploy and also covers off any security concerns at the same time as downstream we continue to deploy and roll out site Wi-Fi and Teams meeting rooms.
Alan, I just want to roll back a little bit. There's some big numbers there. You mentioned those key benefits in terms of savings, cutting down on travelling and so on. But it's more than just about those numbers, isn't it? It's about how this transformation is benefiting your culture and also sustainability, because I know that's very important for you at Willmott Dixon.
Yeah, absolutely. Sustainability is a huge focus at Willmott Dixon, and it always has been. It's deeply embedded within our people and our business culture. So we recently launched the Willmott Dixon Now or Never sustainability strategy, which sees us aiming to be zero carbon by 2030. So technology will play a key role in us meeting that target. It's a vitally important factor to help us achieve our aims. I've already mentioned the reduction in travel time, but also our absolute emissions from transport has reduced by 40%. So that's just one element, so you can see the massive impact of technology on achieving sustainability. I guess in terms of people culture, we've made a smooth transition to remote working during the pandemic, which has not only allowed us to keep our sites operating, but hugely helped our people's well-being through the increased flexibility that it's giving. So in my own team, our people generally rated their levels of happiness higher than ever, which is, that's really something in these challenging times. One more thing to mention, and that shouldn't be underestimated, is the impact of digital transformation on attracting new talent to the business. So being able to work in a more agile way is allowing us to attract the best people from different backgrounds with a wider geographical spread. So technology has ultimately allowed us to be more agile, have a more flexible way of working, and that directly is impacting our sustainability and our culture. So we see these changes are here to stay, definitely.
Good sustainability, good culture, happy workforce. It sounds like lots of wins all around there, Alan. I'll come back to you for our final question in just a moment. But let's take a look at the results of the poll and see where your thoughts were. We were asking how you see emerging technologies helping you to overcome your business challenges in 2021. The results are in, almost 180 people putting your thoughts down. Thank you so much for all of your responses. Right at the top, emerging technology is going to help you improve customer experience and relationships. Really interesting. We'll touch on that point later on. Alan, finally, can you tell us a bit of practical advice on how businesses who might not be fully sold on the idea of digital transformation, maybe how they should think about it?
So I think it can often be a challenge to convince any business of the benefits of infrastructure investments, even though they're critical to underpinning really important business gains such as efficiency, flexibility, and enabling innovation. So I think when we can articulate how these dimensions benefit our people's happiness, well-being and efficiency, and also how it improves the products we deliver for our customers, then the transformation ideas start to look far more compelling. So I think that to sell the idea of digital transformation, it's key to help a business fully visualize these outcomes in real terms.
We are out of time. James, thank you very much. Alan, thank you very much. Don't go away. You'll be joining us for the Q&A later on.